So I've heard what Rika's going to say to you, and I know it's going to be amazing. So thank you so much. Please welcome Rika.
Tihei Moriora. Ko suri korosi toku ingoa, no waikio hau, ko Muhammad Asmi University toku matua, no Malaysia, ko Lemria Baker toku whaia, ko Razana Rosti toku kaina, ko Jamil Rosti toku tungane, ko Kainu Ana Paikia toku Watane, no Ngati Fatua hau, Pakia, ko Nia Zena Paikia, rā ko Zach James Paikia, aku tamariki whangai, ko Yamana Paikia, taku tamaiti. Greetings everyone, my name is Rika and I'd like to thank you all for coming here tonight. A massive, massive thank you to Lifewise for the amazing work they continue to do for our community. And thank you to everyone for your extremely generous donations towards this worthy cause. I've got to admit, when writing this speech, I found it terribly difficult. Not only is the subject of at-risk or homeless youth quite personal to me, but I kind of find myself in two minds when approaching this very real, very serious issue. You see, on one hand, I am absolutely determined, as all of you obviously are, to end homelessness in Aotearoa. I feel that as a citizen of our country, as a human being, it is my duty to ensure that not a single person in my community goes hungry or without a home. That's why when Lifewise approached me and asked me to speak here tonight, even though I was totally nervous, I just went, okay, I've got to do this, I've got to go for it. It's not every day a 21-year-old gets the chance to have a say or make a change, or at least try to. You see, on the other hand, this is the 6th Lifewise Big Sleepout. 6 years, and on my way here, I found people begging on the street. 6 years, and I see people digging out of rubbish bins for their next meal. 6 years, and there's kids sleeping in cars with their families and going to school hungry. 6 years. New Zealand, this is not good enough. It just breaks my heart. This determination I have to end homelessness comes from my own experiences. You see, just a couple of years ago, I didn't have a place I felt comfortable calling home. That came from my own trust issues that I had. I'd been sexually abused, I'd suffered from mental illness. My parents divorced and I kind of didn't know who to turn to. And you don't end up homeless by trusting people. You end up homeless because you've been broken down that many times. You don't know if you have the courage in you to try to trust someone again. It really angers me that we need this annual reminder. It's great what we're doing, it's great to raise awareness, but we're going to go home to our warm showers and a hot home-cooked meal and tweet about how great the event was and look forward to the next one. But why should there be a next one? There shouldn't be a next one. The answer is simple. It's all in our mentalities. We need to realize that there are some people who just can't trust like we can, and to help them we need to make ourselves trustworthy. We need to realize that this can really happen to anyone. I came from a really normal upbringing. I had awesome parents, I had a really loving family, a nice home, I went to a good school. It was just kind of a series of events, and I found myself lost when I had no one I could turn to when I became addicted to drugs, when I found myself on the street and pregnant, when I was being beaten. Who could I turn to? I had no one to make themselves trustworthy. My turning point came when I did meet someone who decided to make themselves trustworthy. They said, hey, look, I know you need help. I've been there too. We shared experiences. He opened his heart to me. He said, come on, I've got these great people here, Lifewise, they can help you. We'll talk to them, we'll get some help. And the thing that I found powerful in that is that he didn't just give me money. He said, how can I help you? He treated me like a person, and he actually meant it, and I know because he followed through with it. He took me there himself. He got me the help I needed. I got help from the government. We ended up having our own home. We ended up getting engaged and having a family together. I live in a proper home, and it's crazy to think what that's like after experiencing sleeping on random people's couches. I can't name the amount of people's houses I've stayed at. I don't even know the names. I don't know how I ended up there. And to go through months of being too nervous to even step into your own kitchen because it feels weird, or like, oh, there's bills. How do I do that? It's quite a lot to deal with, but it means a lot to a person if you can do that for them. And I really think that we can. All together, we have the resources to do that. We have this natural compassion, human instinct within us to do that. We just need to unlock it and teach other people how to do that too. If you have the ability to employ someone, maybe consider a homeless person, maybe give them the chance that they've never had to prove themselves as valuable members of our society, because that's what they are, people, just like you, just like me. We need to stop thinking of us and them and thinking of we as a whole. We need to make sure our maraes, our schools, our churches, any places of worship, those kind of places, we need to make sure that they're welcoming to everyone. And I just know that we can do it. I have this proverb here, and it basically means with my knowledge and your knowledge together we can all live. And I think to me that's what it's all about. Nā ki te ruru, nau te ruru, ka ora ai te iwi. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.